Hi, and welcome back to Living the New Thought Way. My name is Robert, and it's been a while, but I wanted to reconnect with you again. And thank you for being here on this podcast. And today is part two of To Pray or Not to Pray. That is the question. And in part one, I covered the New Thought Way of prayer, which was a five-step process, and I went over that with you. And you can go back and look at part one to be more familiar with it again. But well, I'll just stop for a minute. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I know you have a million things to do. And thanks for taking the time to be with me. So, last time, as I was saying, I covered the five steps of affirmative prayer as taught in the New Thought, various spiritual centers and churches. And let me just review those five steps for you again briefly. So it's step one is recognition, God is everywhere present. Step two is unification, feeling this presence of divine love, beauty, harmony of the divine, or I call it divine oneness, right within ourselves, right within. So that's unifying. We're beginning to feel this presence in and as and through us. We're not all of God, but God, Spirit, and this presence is also within us. And after unification, then comes step three, realization or affirmation. And so in step three, I'm affirming what I do want to experience. And so I affirm it, I know it, I declare it, I accept it, and then step four is thanksgiving. And so I give thanks, knowing that this prayer was answered before I even spoke the word of truth. And then what? Then I'm thankful. I'm so thankful that this prayer is answered in this now moment. And what do I do next? I release it. Step five, I release it. I release it to the loving law that always says yes. And that's the five-step form of affirmative prayer. Now, sometimes we call it prayer treatment. What does that mean? If you're new, what does that mean, prayer treatment? So I interchanged the words prayer treatment and affirmative prayer. The treatment definition, this is my definition, is you're treating to change a belief within yourself that no longer serves you. So that's my definition of the word treatment. But to make it simple, I call it affirmative prayer. So we're basically changing the spiritual landscape within ourselves. So now there's, as I mentioned last time, I was going to share about the six-step type of affirmative prayer. One's not better than another. It's just a different way of doing it or expressing it. And the difference is in the six-step form of affirmative prayer, we start out with gratitude. So gratitude in the five-step, we just affirm and know that God is, Spirit is, love is, right? In the other form, it's the same as those five steps, but it starts out with gratitude. So in this form, it's I'm so grateful. I feel grateful for today. I'm grateful for the sunshine. I'm grateful for the clouds. I'm grateful for nature. I'm grateful for just life itself. So what does that do? What does gratitude do when you start the affirmative prayer that way? It gets you into the feeling mode. You begin feeling something good. You're feeling some goodness within yourself. So the gratitude step at the beginning is like a catalyst, and it gets the prayer going in the form of feeling. So that's the only difference. One starts with gratitude, one does not, and they both work if you work them, believe them, and have faith that it's so. And as I said before, sometimes a prayer is answered, but it doesn't look the way that you prayed for it, because maybe something new and wonderful and better was meant to be for you. So maybe you prayed for or did an affirmative prayer for, let's say it was money, and you affirmed $100, and somehow, some way, $1,000 came to you. Well, does that mean the prayer didn't work? Of course it worked. It just worked in a more expansive way because you were in a more expansive place. And another thing is that even though we speak in the present moment, the prayer may not be answered, or we use the word demonstrated, instantly, because people and situations have to come into alignment with what you're affirming and knowing and stating. And just be patient with yourself. Patience, patience, patience. So what I thought I would do next is I'll do a prayer. I'll do an affirmative prayer, and I'll do it on abundance. And regarding affirmative prayer, and when I talk about the unification step, where you're feeling the sense of divine oneness within yourself, you want to stay in that step longer until you feel something stirring within yourself, the positive qualities of love, beauty, harmony, peace, wisdom, joy, understanding, like that. And so stay in unification until you feel it. And you start moving up to a higher vibration. You'll feel it. You'll begin to, there's a shift that occurs and happens. And sometimes when we work with a spiritual practitioner, that is one that's trained in these teachings, they can assist and support you in knowing the truth for you before you even know it. So reach out to our practitioners. So I just invite you to close your eyes, and I'm going to facilitate this prayer treatment. And so here we go. I'm so grateful for this moment, grateful for the people that are with, the wonderful ones that are with me on this YouTube broadcast. I'm grateful for the sunshine. I'm grateful for fresh air. I'm grateful for life. Knowing and affirming that God is. God is love. God is joy. God is beauty. God is peace. God is abundance. God is opulence. God is good. And I begin right now to feel what I'm speaking about. I'm beginning to feel and know that there's a divine presence right within myself and you that I'm claiming and knowing. I'm affirming this. I'm knowing this. I'm feeling this right here, right now, in this loving moment, this divine moment. And I'm knowing it for you as well. Yes, I feel it. I be it. I express it. I'm one with it. I am it. And in this high consciousness of right knowing and right being, I speak my word of truth, knowing and expect that it is responded to instantly, right here, right now, knowing and affirming that I live in a divine, abundant universe, an opulent universe. There is more than enough for me, for everyone, everywhere. I affirm it. I know it. I believe it. And the truth that I speak is the word of truth here, now, and always. I claim it, and I claim it for you, and I expect it. And I expect the universe responds by corresponding to what I'm speaking and knowing for myself and for you. I just feel this, and I know it, and it is done. And so in this heartfelt consciousness of knowing the truth and being the truth, I'm just so thankful. I'm thankful knowing that this prayer was answered before I even spoke the word of truth. Yes. And so I turn it over now to the loving law that makes it so. I release it. I let it be so. And so it is. And that is an affirmative prayer, my affirmative prayer on abundance for myself and for you. So just feel that and be with it for a moment in the sacred moment of right now. So what I thought I would share with you next is there was a a contemporary of Dr. Ernest Holmes, and Dr. Ernest Holmes was the founder of religious science, the science of mind teachings. And there was a contemporary of his named Dr. Raymond Charles Barker, who had a ministry, a New Thought ministry in New York. And Dr. Barker he was very direct. And when he did a prayer, he called it a prayer treatment. We wouldn't be calling it an affirmative prayer. The way he would say it, it's a prayer treatment. And he was very exact and believed exactly what he was expressing and knowing. And there was no fluff about him. He wasn't talking about love. He was talking about this divine activity that makes it so, which he called the law. And so I'm going to read Dr. Barker's affirmative prayer. We call it a prayer treatment. And this one is on money. So mine, the one I express is on abundance, all good everywhere for you and me. This one's on a treatment for money, and you want to claim it for yourself. Here we go. Treatment for money. I now subconsciously accept this treatment. There is only one creative cause, God. There is only one mind, God. There is only one life, God. There is only one substance, God. This present universe is the glory of God. It is a moving, flexible, fluidic creation. It is alive with the life, the abundance, and the richness of God. I abide in prosperity. Mind created me in order that it might act through me. Therefore, I am receptive to its abundance. I am receptive to its circulation in my life in the form of money. Money is God's idea of circulation in my world of finance. I accept this idea completely. I appreciate this idea. I like it. Money, being God in action, is absolute good. It is wholesome. It is a blessing to us, and I am now prospered with it. I have no fear of lack, for I believe that I have plenty of money. It is God's activity in my world. It is God's activity in my bank account. It is God's activity in my investments. It is God's activity in everything to which I lay my hands. This money is flowing. This money is free. I do not attempt to lock it up. I do not put a fence around it. It is God's money. I let it flow in. I let it flow out. And as I release it, I know that it comes back to me, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. I am now free in money. I rejoice in it. I appreciate it. And I thank God for it. I have money forevermore. Amen. So that's Raymond Charles Barker's prayer on money. And I'm also claiming that and affirming that for you as well. Now, I've seen Dr. Barker videos when I was in ministerial school. So I'm imitating him. So I'm leaving goodbye, Dr. Barker. And I'm back to Robert. So there are 3 books that I recommend that have to do with abundance and opulence and money. And I'm going to show them to you and hold them up, and you can order them at any bookstore. And the first one is called Destination Freedom, Flying Out of Debt by the New Thought teacher, Verona Garland. So Destination Freedom, Flying Out of Debt by the New Thought teacher and minister, Verona Garland. So this is a good beginning one. And it's also good for if you're advanced. And the second one of the 3 I'm going to show, this one's called Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. And I know there's a light shining on it. That's better. So Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. This is also very good. And the last one is called, this is by David Spangler, and it's called Everyday Miracles by David Spangler. So you might want to check that one out as well. I'm just actually rereading that one myself. So those are the books that I recommend. And what else did I want to say? If I gave you an activity to do, it would be to write an affirmative prayer treatment. Again, you can go back and look at part 1 of to pray or not to pray. That is the question, if I said that right. And you can write a prayer treatment out, write more in that section called unification, then practice saying it out loud when no one's around. So with that, I want to thank you for being here with me today. I'm knowing that everything about your life unfolds in beauty and harmony and abundance and radiant health and vitality. And thank you for being here with me. And peace and blessings until we meet again.